come take a walk with me today on this beautiful evening, right? Because it's still early. Anyways, let's talk about being gentle with yourself. And let's talk about how one could possibly embody the energy of being graceful with yourself. And that just means simply holding the space for your mind, right? Holding the space for your mistakes. Holding the space for your absolute selfless forgiveness for whatever decision you chose to make when you realize after the fact that you made the biggest mistake ever, right? Not time for ignoring. No time for avoiding accepting the truth. We're not operating in that energy anymore. We are going into 2025. So that energy has to stay in 2024. And why not start working on it right now? Here and now. Period. You know? So let's start with step 1. Looking in the mirror and looking at yourself and saying, self, first I want to start off by telling you I love you. Right? And I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I'm so proud of you for being able to acknowledge how much healing you need and how much grace you need right now for you. For you. And I know it's a challenge and I know it's difficult, but I love you enough to hold the space for you so that you can have a peaceful mind and a peaceful heart and a peaceful energy altogether, because you don't want to hold on to something you can't change, right? So I love you. I love you. You can write that down and apply it to your everyday life and just be all open just to love on yourself, love on your mistakes, love on your imperfections, love on the best, greatest traits you feel like they are the greatest traits that you have. Love on all of you, because you can't have one without the other anyway. You can always work on your negatives. If you feel like it is a negative, you can always work on your negatives. Always. And you can perfect your positives. This is the dance in life, is learning how to live life without holding on to emotion, about self-judgment, about self. Then that's the best place to be in, right? Step 2, writing down what you've been through. Writing down what you still hold on to emotionally. I don't care if it's what somebody took you through. I don't care if it's what you feel like you did to yourself or you did to another person. Writing the thing down that bothers you the most is the most important thing. And after you write it down, next to it, you're going to write down what you would have did differently. And that is a step, because you want to recreate a relationship with a subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is where we hold on to stuff, right? So if you was given another opportunity to do it over again, what would you have it done differently? Like, for real, because those things we do every single day helps us become a better person when we truly sit down and write it out, and we can see what it is that we did, who did it affect, how do you know it affected the person or affected you. Write it down. Be specific. So that you want to heal the broken parts and pieces of you. And when you honor the process in its totality, that's when you find peace within. That's when you find peace within. Step 3, right? You honor your conscious state of being. That means being fully consciously aware of what would God had done if he was in that position, right? Got to put God in there. And you got to have an open forum with God. You got to have this huge open forum with God, willing to talk to God and allow God to express back to you through nature, through bees, through butterflies, through signs and symbols, because that's how God communicates back and forth with us, through the mouths of people around us or through the TV screen when we're not even expecting it, right? We allow God to have this open forum with us because God will ultimately, literally speak back to you. God will speak back to you if you allow him to. There is no way around it. You know, you just got to believe, have faith. Step 4. Having faith that everything that was done, whether it was you, whether it was the other person, whether it was a situation, whether it was a group of people, having faith that it all happened for a sound reason and a specific purpose. Because life is meant to teach us lessons anyway. This is a school, right? I call it the school of thought or the school of life. Because life is mental. Everything happens in the mind before it literally shows up in our reality. So that's step 4, having faith, believing that everything happens for a reason, and touching bases with understanding that thing, being willing to find the pieces, the missing pieces that will help you better understand exactly what just went down or exactly what happened, and allowing yourself to receive some positivity from it, which leads us to step 5. Step 5, allowing yourself to see the teacher in that experience. What you learn from it. What can you go forth in your life knowing and understanding and accepting and utilizing in your now moments, every single moment, every single day, right? Once you find out what that thing is, and you know what you learned, and you can literally co-create a life based off exactly what you just learned, and you go forward, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a group of people, and you experience life differently through the eyes of what you've learned, through the eyes of experience, right? Then you treat every moment purposeful. Live every moment and every day of your life intentionally, right? Life becomes so simple when we allow it. When we allow it, that means when we get out of our own way, we can create anything we want in our life. I'm just saying, life is beautiful. Well, I'll be back to post another video later on. For now, though, I want you to be willing to cater to you on every level. Cater to you, okay? Build a strong rapport with yourself on every level. Until then, smile often and let no one steal your joy on today and tomorrow too. Later.